Hello and welcome to the Money Show, your one-stop destination for all your personal finance queries. I'm Kavita Thaklial, and today once again we are talking about your financial portfolio. In fact, every aspect of your financial planning, be it investment or insurance. And we will also, as usual, throw upon the counter to get your portfolio queries answered live by our experts. So just in case you want to send across your questions, even while watching the show live, you can WhatsApp us your queries on 865-797-4571. The email ID is themoneyshow@etnow.tv. So the WhatsApp number and email ID where you can send across your questions, anything about mutual fund investment or be it regarding any financial goal for which you want a strategy from our experts. We have it all live and our experts got you covered on that. But then let's move on, and today's show we'll be discussing a very important topic. We'll be discussing on a topic that's becoming increasingly relevant in our lives, health insurance, and the hurdles many face in obtaining it. While health insurance is meant to provide us with a safety net against medical emergencies, recent findings suggest that not everyone finds it easy to get coverage, in particular individuals with obesity or high body mass index, which is BMI. Such people are facing new challenges when applying for health insurance policies. Insurance companies are increasingly scrutinizing lifestyle factors such as alcohol consumption and smoking habits, and now weight and BMI have become significant factors in their assessment. This means that people who struggle with obesity might find themselves denied coverage or charged higher premiums, limiting their access to essential health protection. Now, this raises several important questions. How fair is it to exclude or penalize people based on their weight or lifestyle? What does this mean for millions of people battling health issues related to obesity? And what steps can individuals and policymakers take to ensure that health insurance remains accessible to everyone who needs it, regardless of their BMI or lifestyle habits? Today, we'll explore these concerns, understand the impact of these changing insurance norms, and discuss what this means for the future of healthcare accessibility. I have with me Venkatesh Naidu. He's the CEO at Bajaj Capital Insurance Broking. Hi, good evening, and welcome to the show. Let's understand this first, okay? You know, we've already seen premiums going up high for people who are smoking and take alcohol, but now we are talking about overweight, okay? And so I just want to understand, how do insurance company currently assess the applicants with high BMI, or obesity when they apply for health insurance? Because a lot of doctors or experts also have to say that BMI might not be the right criteria to check the overweight or the obesity part in an individual. So what's going on with the insurance companies?
Kavita, rightly put, yes, obesity, first things first, let me tell you, obesity is becoming one of the largest problems now, not just globally, but increasingly in India. That's something that is very prevalent now. And obesity is not just about obesity. Obesity is about lifestyle diseases. You know, what happens in insurance, it's not just about, mortality, it's about morbidity, right? It's about prognosis and not just about diagnosis. Okay, so eventually, it's about seeing that obesity, what kind of lifestyle diseases can it lead to? It can lead to blood pressure, it can lead to diabetes, it can lead to liver-related disease, it can relate to cardiac-related disease in the future. Okay, so I'm not saying that all people with all classes of obesity are denied policies, but insurance companies have come up with an effective pricing structure. So typically, if a person is obese and does not have existing lifestyle diseases, there is still acceptance of this class of lives, but albeit with an increased premium. Okay, so there's a rate up in terms of the premium, extra premiums are charged, and these class of lives are accepted. Okay, so there are, in extreme cases where obesity is coupled with lifestyle diseases, there is also some denial in terms of acceptance of health policies. Again, this is dependent from person to person. It's dependent from risk appetite of insurance company to insurance company. Not all insurance companies practice all the rules exactly, that mirror each other, Kavita.
That's the whole point. Okay, so I have two questions over here. Let me just put this one first. What is the regulator saying? Does this come under unfair trade practices if they are denying a health insurance policy to someone who's overweight just on the basis of BMI?
It is not. Okay, so it is
Okay.
not an unfair trade practice.
Okay.
At this stage of securing a life, whether it is life insurance or health insurance, the health insurance or life insurance companies are allowed to assess the quality of life. Okay, assess the quality of life they are underwriting. Okay, and they have their own internal underwriting guidelines and basis which they can accept or deny a risk, and that is a right that is allowed with insurers. Okay, so post taking the policy, if a person unfortunately becomes obese or gets lifestyle diseases or changes his lifestyle in a negative manner, that's something that cannot be denied at the claim stage by the insurers. But however, at the stage of onboarding life onto a health insurance or a life insurance policy, the insurers are allowed rights to do underwriting as per their internal norms.
What's the guarantee? Now, for example, you have charged an extra premium for almost 25-30% up just because you're overweight. What is the guarantee that the claim will not be rejected? I was having a word with a lawyer earlier the other day, and there are certain cases on this premise also. He was fighting a case for one of his client. The insurance company lost the case. They had to accept the policy holder, give the policy with a lot of exclusions, and in the end, when there was a claim, it was rejected. This also happens.
Okay, let me tell you a couple of things. One is very often we remember bad news. We don't remember good news that often. I keep repeating this, that in life insurance today, the denial of claims is 2%. In health insurance, 93% of the claims are settled. So there are 7%, 6 to 7% of the claims at an industry level, but at a organization level, there are several companies who are upwards of 95% in terms of claim settlement. So it's not all bad news. That's something that I would like to gently remind. As regards, denial of claim, post taking of an insurance policy, let me tell you, full disclosure is the only way to go. Okay, there are absolutely critical questions asked by the insurers at the stage of onboarding you and giving you the right policy. I think truth told and truth declared, the claim cannot be denied. So if there's anything that you have to declare, the questions on, smoking, the questions on drinking alcohol, the questions on existing lifestyle diseases, right height, right weight, everything communicated right, and the, probability of your claim getting rejected is nil, if not low, Kavita.
Let's also understand the risk evaluation over here. How do lifestyle habits like smoking and alcohol consumption compare with obesity, in terms of risk evaluation?
So, first things first, obesity, again, obesity, there's classes of obesity. Okay. So, somebody at a 30 BMI is very likely to get a policy without any problem. Okay. Somebody with obesity coupled with habits, lifestyle habits like smoking, drinking, okay, stands a chance for rate up of premium and certainly, and in some cases, extreme cases, denial of onboarding the policy. In case you're not obese and you are, subject to lifestyle habits like smoking or alcohol, the likelihood of you getting the policy is very high, if not definitive, but with a rate up of premium. Okay. So again, I'll repeat this. If you're smoking, if you're drinking, rate up of premium nearly guaranteed. If you're smoking, drinking, and obese, the likelihood of you, getting the policy is high, but not definitive. Okay. And if all these three habits coupled with lifestyle existing diseases, then the probability of getting a policy is lower to that extent.
Okay. Now, let's understand the risk associated with having a high BMI. Okay. What are the main reasons insurers might consider a high BMI as a risk factor? Even considering whether it's not a denial of getting them an insurance policy, but having the premium increased, what are the factors, what are the exclusions that one may have to face?
So if you're on a high BMI simply means that your height weight mismatch where your weight greater than what your height allows, right? The fear is that obesity today can lead to definitive blood pressure, can lead high probability of diabetes, and thereby leading to cardiac related disease and other organ failures. Okay, this is something that insurers from their prognosis go and declare, stating that these are the probability of your obesity getting there. Like I said, as long as you're an absolute truthful in terms of at the stage of taking the policy, if your obesity is related with any other lifestyle diseases, if you declare it, there's absolutely no problem. And if you're paid higher premium, there's certainly no problem, Kavita. Okay, yes, there are some stray cases where investigation leads to certain mishaps. I'm afraid that's the nature of the industry. Okay, but post investigation, sometimes post push is something that resolutions come in.
Nature needs to change, don't you think so? Insurance is actually really dealing with low penetration. Fine, post-COVID, we saw an uptick over there, we are still talking about majority of the population not being covered by enough health insurance that's needed and life insurance. People do not know about it. On one end, the company, I'm talking from a sectors, I'm asking from a sector's perspective. At one end, you are dealing with low penetration, you are dealing with low awareness of the product. Insurance companies are dying to let people buy insurance policies. I mean, you just give them a one call and you'll have the entire team just harrowing you the entire week and everyone in their family to buy an insurance plan from them. So at one end, there is this kind of a problem, and in one end, there is this kind of problem where you have these kind of underwriting, you're smoking, you have alcohol, you've got lifestyle issues, you're overweight, you're obese, they are trying to curate products for you also. There is no guarantee whether if a person really has a good lifestyle or maybe loses weight, there'll be low premium charged. So I'm not able to understand the entire stand of the industry, and we have a very good regulator. The regulator is trying to make it very standardized and uniform. The rules are very transparent as well. But the fact of the matter is the sector is also struggling in terms of penetration.
So let me highlight a couple of things. I'll answer your first question first, which is today, insurance penetration is not just driven by, policies, products. There are three broad pillars that I want to talk to you about. One is access, affordability, and awareness. I think these are three aspects, under the umbrella, for India, I want to add the attitude towards health insurance. All these four aspects have equal contribution in terms of defining or the penetration or the lack of penetration of health insurance in the country. Okay, so today the regulator has done a lot of great work. Okay, so in every area, there is significant improvement that has happened. Whether it's access, think about it, simplicity of products have gone ahead and made accessibility digitally available, creating, structures like POSP, where certified sellers are easily certified so that they're able to sell simple health insurance products in deeper markets. Okay, that is something also that has happened. So accessibility has improved. Affordability, they've gone ahead and curated policies in terms of needs of customers. If a client, for example, belongs to a C-class town or a B-class town, now he does not need to pay A-class, city, premiums. So if somebody says that I live in a place like, Pratapgarh or Rudrapur or Sultanpur, and I don't think I will go to a Delhi for my treatment, I'm very happy getting myself treated in, C-class and B-class cities, then your premiums are very different. Okay. The other aspect that you stated, if somebody comes and says that, I'm paying the premiums, and if I don't incur any claims, then I want to be treated differently. Now, insurers have curated policies to ensure that if you're not claiming, or if you do not incur a claim because you have not incurred any disease, then your premiums can come down. Or not only your premiums can come down, but your sum assured can go up. You entered the policy at 5 lakh rupees. Your sum assured now can become 10 lakh rupees. Another aspect that has come in, saying that if you're a customer who says that I can pay 25,000, 50,000 rupees from my pocket, so the first 25 to 50,000 rupees, I'm not going to claim it from the insurance company. They've brought in the aspect of deductible, where they said if you want to take a full product at 20,000 rupees, but you say 25,000 rupees, I'm willing to fund from my own pocket, I don't want it, then your premiums come down to 15,000 rupees. So a lot of great things have happened in terms of the products. Now, why health insurance penetration is not taking place is the last part called attitude, which I spoke about. Even today, the Indian, public thinks that, I know that my neighbor fell ill, but the probability of me falling ill is very, very low. Okay. And that's an attitude that needs to change. It's changing. I'm not saying it's not changing. Yes, like you said, COVID was a wake-up call. There was a blip. Okay, now, it seems to be fading in memories of people. But after that, there's a significant change. The premiums have gone up, the penetration has gone up. But I think there's fundamental change of people's attitude changing that,
Right.
health issues can come up to me. That is a big change. Now awareness is changing, Kavita. I think maybe 12 months, 24 months, 36
Sure.
months from now, I think we'll be talking a very different language.
Yeah, let's hope for that. But thank you so much for being on the show today and helping our viewers understand all the aspect of buying the right kind of insurance for themselves. Thank you.
My pleasure, Kavita. Thank you.
All right.